I know it's been a long time since I recorded so bit 2021. I hope everyone is going to have a great year. This new year needs to be better. The bar is pretty low right now, so I am sure we can make this year better. So anyways, as always, I am bringing you a speed painting, and this time it is a painting study from a portrait that for some reason, I think I was hungry at the time, ended up being a Wendy's fan art. So let both of us enjoy the episode in a few days. So anyways, let me tell you what happened real quick, because I started to record after I had some sketch down. Always start with a circle and then I do the rest and just add the details. You know what I mean? Anyways, so there's some details, and then when I was about to do the face and drawing it, I decided, hey, let's record this process. So I started doing one face, but that girl from the Addams family, I think it's called. Yes, that's. So she started to look like the daughter on that family with the braids. So I erased that and started again because I wanted to do her face like a bit more sweet instead. Actually, I went for the surprise, but let me tell you something. It is better to start drawing the facial features instead of drawing the outline of her face and then adding the features, because I learned that the hard one, because I wanted to do like her mouth, like to be surprised, but her jawline in this already outlined thing it is like pretty normal state of her face. I don't know if I'm getting my message through. The thing is, I couldn't do actual surprise face, so I went with that typical model face that her mouth is somewhat open for some reason. No one is like that, but most her photo shoot I see, this pose is everywhere for some reason. I don't know. If someone can explain this anomaly to me, I would appreciate it. But, well, the thing is, I ended up actually doing her face. What a huge achievement. So then I decided to tackle these braid things. I think there's a name for this hairstyle instead of just calling them braids, but I can't remember right now and I can't bother to look at it on Google. So anyways, I play around with this hair thing because the base sketch wasn't doing it for me. And as you can see on the layer things, I am trying to use less layers because I want to be more practical when I draw. So as you can see, if you have been following me on Instagram, if you have not, why are you here? Why don't you? What should I do for you to follow me there? What I was saying? Yes. So if you have been following me there, you can see the process I am doing is more painting-ish style instead of just doing line art, because as you can see before of my work, I was but I focus a lot on doing line art, and there is nothing wrong with that, but I think nobody pays attention to it. And when I start to do tiny details, I can go there for 2 hours, 3 hours doing the details that nobody is going to see. So I wanted to give it a shot on this painting style I saw for a guy called Sam Dross, I think it is. No, that is not his name, but I'm going to leave his handle here. He does. I found him through Reels, which is something I wasn't expecting because nobody uses Instagram as TikTok, I think. So that was a surprise. So twice this reel going around, and I checked him out on YouTube, and he has a video of him explaining his painting style, which is more of his, he is more efficient than me on painting, on the painting aspects, so I decided to give it a go. I'm not going to like exactly what I am not trying to cross. This is just I am trying to only color like in one layer, or at least in two, like I'm doing here. As you can see, I don't know, like for some reason I think I am just too afraid of I am going to ruin something. I always need to make sure that I am not like going around the lines on a color block of a specific area, like for example her hair or something. I always like to color block, but as you can see in here on my layers, I'm only using one on top of it, so I can do all the things, all the shading, highlighting, selecting the colors. This is a tricky thing, and I don't know how to explain it because this one turned out great, and I don't know how I did that. I'm sorry. I think I know, but I don't think I know how to explain it. So pardon my lack of words. But anyways, hopefully with the video format you can see, or at least get an idea of what I'm doing. It's not rocket science, so I just adding darker colors where I see darker colors on the reference picture. I've also, this reference I found it on Pinterest. I'm going to leave the link to it on the description. I don't know who she is, so I think I can, if I find her on Instagram, I'm going to leave the link of her page in the description, but I have to do some image so find her, but there's thing, so you can try to find her as well. I think it is a cool, you can see my drawing ended up looking nothing like her, but that is some magic of I always do when I need to draw the characters reference. I ended up doing something completely different. Bless and a curse at the same time when doing commissions. But the good thing is I really like the face I ended up doing, which is something I don't normally say, because I like I mentioned before, I think sometimes I feel stuck with the same process. So this time I was really happy of how it was turning out. I think it has a lot of, how is she called? Sharing, or please don't come at me if you don't see the obvious resemblance. This is sarcasm. I know her. I am proud of my tiny progress here. We're all, I really admire them. I follow them both, so please, if you don't know who I'm talking about, they're like really big on Instagram. So also I'm going to leave their links in the description. If someone, I'm going to have to go search a lot of links, but that's a problem for future Layla. So let me finish talking about here. This is the moment when this drawing went off the rails. It was really easy to change her color to red, and as soon as I saw it red, I knew I needed to draw Wendy's from the burger chain, because I think I was really hungry at the time. I still want a burger, and I haven't eaten one since, I don't know what, since the last year, haha, you know. I am so cringe. But well, what I was saying is it was really easy to change her hair. I started to doubt myself if I really wanted to do the Wendy's girl. I even asked my friends. I have a group chat with them. A few of them said yes, go for it. So I felt really motivated. So I went for it. And as you can see here, I was doing like really basic things. So the bows, bows, I think it's bows, the bows and the lines on her shirt. I know her shirt is not like that, she has like tiny peak, but I wasn't going to change her outfit now. I already wasn't doing I was doing a lot by doing her as Wendy's. So what I was saying, yes, I was trying to see if I like the way she looked as the Wendy's cosplay I was putting on her. And I ended up really liking the color combo red and blue. I think they are almost complementary colors, I think, because red elements, but I think the blues also fits really well. And the thing is, I really like this color combination. I here started drawing the hair, if I am not wrong. I like I mentioned, not going outside the how it's called, the color block thing I had on the layers. This time I decided to start the shading on it. I was doing more details on her face, if I am not wrong. But like I mentioned, I wanted to draw her hair. Let me see what I'm doing. Oh yes, I'm like doing more rendering on her face. And as you can see on the layers there, I had color blocking on the hair, and below that was the face. So when I started doing these highlights, I wanted just them to look okay. I thought at the beginning I only needed the highlight things, but the shadows really adds a lot to define the strands of hair when doing some braid hairstyles. I do it just like defining the silhouette. That sounds really profound. The thing is, I tried to add shadows where I think the shadows were pretty explanatory, and that's what I was doing. I did them like I'm sorry, I did them as I did them before, which is only doing a separate layer and then adding the shadows, because I wanted to play around with the blending modes that it has there, because the color I chose was pretty similar to the one of her hair, just a little darker, and I like doing not really, but somewhat contrast shadows, so you can see them from afar. And when I merged the layers, I think it started to look together, the drawing, and I was really happy about it. I did some details like adding hair everywhere. This is almost the finished result. Just the bows, I think. I don't know how they were called. Yes, I was doing some final details on the bows, on the hair strands, and I really enjoy how this drawing turned out. So thanks so much for watching the process. I hope you have a great 2020. Bye.